Hey Naija! March came with wahala, gbos, and some jaw-dropping moments that had us glued to our screens. From shocking revelations to political drama, we're counting down the top 3 stories that shook Nigerians in March. So, grab your popcorn and let's dive in. And at number 3 is a story of Sunday Jackson. Ha! Who would have thought that self-defense could lead to a sentence of death by hanging? On Friday, March 7, 2025, Nigerians and the whole world got the shocking news that the Supreme Court upheld the death sentence of Sunday Jackson, a farmer in his 30s, for killing a herdsman, Ado Bawuro, during an altercation on his farmland about 7 years ago. Here is a summary of what happened according to the reports that we got. Buba Ardo Bawuru herded his animals into Sunday Jackson's farm to feed on his crops. When Jackson challenged him, the herder pulled out a knife and attacked the farmer. In spite of his injuries, Jackson was able to overpower him, seize the knife and stab him in return, and the attacker later died from his wounds. Jackson was arrested and tried in Yola High Court for culpable homicide, punishable with death under Section 211 of the Penal Code. He admitted that his attacker died as a result of the duel, but he said he was not guilty of any offense. Then, in February 2021, the judge held that because Jackson had confessed that he killed the herdsman, he too must die by hanging. The judge reasoned that he should have fled the scene the moment he gained advantage over his attacker. But how could he have fled when he had already been stabbed in the leg, among other places? Social media went into overdrive when the Supreme Court upheld the judgment. The Supreme Court is the highest court in the Nigerian judicial system, serving as the final arbiter in constitutional, civil and criminal matters. Now, only clemency granted by the president or the state governor can save this young man from this judgment. Twitter and all other social media platforms were on fire. We hope that this man's life is saved so that Nigerians can know there is still hope for the common man. And with that story, we move on to number 2 on our top 3 stories. We move on to number 2 on our top 3 stories in the month of March that shook Nigerians. And at number 2 is Senator Natasha Akpabio versus Senate President Godswill Akpabio. Now, this isn't the battle of the sexes, but it sure feels like it. Social media nearly caught fire when Senator Natasha Akpabio accused Senate President Godswill Akpabio of sexual harassment. Yes, you heard that right. The political drama took a wild turn when she boldly called him out live on national television, sending shockwaves across the country. While some Nigerians hailed her courage, others questioned the timing and motives. Akpabio wasted no time firing back, denying the claims and labeling them as politically motivated. As expected, Nigerians had a lot to say. But this case is far from over, as the process to recall Senator Natasha Akpabio by INEC has already begun. It is to be very well noted that all else has been addressed, including suspending Senator Natasha for 6 months for not following the due process of the Senate. But the sexual harassment case itself has not been addressed at all. Has the principle of fair hearing been at play here at all? Nigerians on social media are also wondering why Senator Onyekachi Nwaebonyi, after throwing insults at Obi Ezekwesili in a committee hearing on the same sexual harassment matter, is still not suspended from the Senate. What is your take on Senator Natasha versus Senator Akpabio? Political warrior or just another power play? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. Chai, the drama just never ends. The power flexing never ends. But trust us at Fairview Africa to bring to you the news as it happens. Always visit our website www.fairviewafrica.com to stay updated. And now to our number one story for the month of March. Just when we thought the political drama couldn't get any messier, boom, the federal government dropped the ultimate bombshell, a state of emergency with a sole administrator calling the shots in Rivers State. President Bola Tinubu, in a television broadcast, declared a state of emergency in Rivers State, saying he had received security reports of vandalization of pipelines by some militants without the governor taking any action to curtail them. He said, and I quote, "With all this and many more, no good and responsible president will stand by and allow the grave situation to continue without taking remedial steps prescribed by the Constitution to address the situation in the state." End of quote. Eventually, a sole administrator in the person of retired Vice Admiral Iboket Ibas was appointed as the military administrator to oversee the state's operations, signaling the seriousness of the crisis. The Nigerian government took the extraordinary step of suspending Governor Fubara, his deputy, and all members of the state legislature for a period of 6 months. Now, this move has left Nigerians divided. Some say it's a necessary step to restore peace, while others believe it's nothing more than a political power grab. One thing is certain: this decision has sparked tension, uncertainty, and plenty of conspiracy theories. With Governor Fubara and his political rivals locked in an intense battle, the big question remains: will this intervention bring order or just more chaos? What do you think? Strategic governance or another round of Niger-style politicking? Drop your thoughts in the comment section. And that's a wrap on the top 3 stories that shook Nigerians in March. Which of these stories shocked you to the bone? How are you a responsible Nigerian? Always remember, a functioning, robust democracy requires a healthy, educated, participatory followership and an educated, morally grounded leadership. These are the words of Chinua Achebe. Drop your thoughts in the comments and don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more juicy updates across all our social media platforms at Fairview Africa. Until next time, stay safe and stay woke.